Hello, everybody, and welcome to the campus of Nashua High School South. We're minutes away from the start of tonight's playoff basketball game between the host Nashua High South Panthers and the visiting Alvirne Broncos. I'm John Collins along with Tom King. We welcome our Hudson viewers as well. Channel 21 over in Hudson will be streaming live in both towns. Tom, always exciting to get the playoffs going.
Well, it's really exciting to get the playoffs going this year, especially because let's remember last year, you know, in just another week from now, everything just kind of, the brakes were put on. And so we're getting to play games, and hopefully we can play it all the way through this year.
We get a favorite tonight?
Well, John, you know, they always say it's tough to beat a team 3 times in a year. How tough is it to beat a team 3 times in a week? Because that's what Nashua South's got to do with Alvirne. They played them twice last week. They beat them here in a game where they kind of pulled away, and they beat them at Alvirne on the road, which is, you know, not easy to do over there. And now they got to do it all over again, and that's going to be the tough part. But you know what, John? Look at the rosters. What don't you see on Alvirne? An abundance of seniors. They don't have many. They have Ella Davis and Jessica O'Connor. Look at Nashua's roster. What do you see? Senior, 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 senior. Go with seniors in a tournament game. That's what you have to look at. But I'll tell you what, Frank Georginas has come in. He used to be the Campbell head coach. He's coached in Hudson for years. He was coaching at the middle school for years before he took the Campbell job, Campbell boys. The Alvirne job opened up. He went right for it because it's where he went to school. He was a senior on the year that Alvirne won their last girls' state title, and that was in 1994. So, but he's a very good coach, and believe it, he has poured over the tapes. He's looked at everything to see what his team can do to try to win this game. If you're Nashua South, you go with your staples. You go with Aruka Olbanello, Ariana Murray, Juliana Martin. Those are your keys, you know, and they've got to play well. The seniors have to play like seniors in this game.
Or they will see their season end tonight because it is a single elimination contest.
And let me tell you, that would be emotional to see all those seniors go because they've been part of this program for 3 years.
And we're just about ready for basketball here. 8-minute quarters in New Hampshire High School girls and boys basketball. A first-round playoff game. Alvirne in the maroon and gold uniforms against the Panthers in their home whites with the purple numerals. John Collins, Tom King, and our cameraman is Tim O'Neill.
Keep an eye on Alvirne's number 12, Jamie O'Connor. She was fearless the last time these two teams played here on this floor a week ago. She was pretty much their team that night.
Yep. Sounds like she's the key to the upset if Alvirne's going to pull one off.
She's got no fear. She'll take the ball right to the hole.
We welcome our Hudson viewers on Channel 21. Also, they're welcoming Alvirne fans to the gym here. There was a agreement made that they would allow Alvirne and Nashua South fans to share the stands to our right beside Tim O'Neill. He's the man in the middle up there, our cameraman. You have the Alvirne fans to his right and Nashua South fans to his left. Alvirne will inbound the ball first. Jamie O'Connor, that Tom just mentioned, number 12. She inbounds it to Paige McKinley. Paige, just a sophomore, captaining the offense. And here is Jamie O'Connor. She is a sophomore as well. To her right, Paige McKinley puts the brakes on. Now she feeds it over to Rachel Allard. Allard gives it up, was looking for a return pass as she cut toward the basket, but I don't think she was spotted. There's a shot from distance. Doesn't go for Paige McKinley. Rebound south. Ariana Murray with the first board of the game. Cross-court pass. Maya Ryu will take her share of shots for this South offense. In the corner, thinking about the catch and shoot. Morgan Gillis gives it up.
And you've got a freshman in Gillis who's playing in her first tournament game. So that'll be interesting to see.
Juliana Martin, long pass into the corner. Ariana Murray.
Remember, John, these teams played games that really didn't, we went through this last night with the boys game BG. They didn't matter. Oh, look at Aruka Obanello wide open.
Aruka wastes no time shooting on her first touch. She was in a great spot, but couldn't get it to go. The rebound.
So the one thing the regular season doesn't give you an indication of is how will they react to a game that could be their last, That's the big key. How will they react?
Tom mentioning just before the game that these two teams are playing for the third time in a week by a quirk of the schedule. They were scheduled to play back-to-back games at the conclusion of the season. It was kind of just happenstance that they were the teams that met each other at the first round of the playoffs, too. And it's up to South to beat Alvirne 3 times in a row if they want to keep their season alive. Aruka gets bodied and the ball goes out of bounds, but they choose to call it a turnover rather than a foul. That was the modus operandi of the officials that we saw during the season. They let a lot of contact go. In fact, we saw one game we saw more bodies hit the floor than points were scored. But in the boys' game last night, they were calling a considerable more fouls than we'd seen in earlier games. Alvirne trying to score the game's first points. We have a player out of bounds, and again, rather than call a foul, they call it just a turnover. Faking right, going left, Ariana Murray, and lost it off of, actually it was a kickball.
If I'm South, what I want to do is why let Alvirne with a young team get untracked? Put a full court pressure on right away. See how they react to it.
Morgan Gillis, the freshman.
You've got a lot of players with a lot of length if you're the Panthers.
Changes direction. Aruka cutting toward the basket. Just saved it from going out of bounds, but it's Alvirne with the loose ball. Jamie O'Connor to the basket. The game's first 2 points.
What did I tell you, John, right? No fear. She goes right to it. She dribbled all the way down the floor. The one thing that Alvirne did not have an answer for right here is Aruka Obanello. They did not have an answer for her inside. They have some tall players, but Aruka, this is her senior year. This is the best she's ever played, I think, this year.
Foul called against the Broncos, and they'll put Aruka at the line with a chance to score the Panthers' first point of the game right here. 1-0. 1 point. 2-1. Alvirne still in the lead. Aruka Obanello can tie it with this second free throw. About a minute and a half into the opening quarter. And we're tied at 2. There's a little bit of that
There's that
press.
pressure. I thought they would try it at some point.
Alvirne able to keep the ball moving smartly and just tripping and falling out of bounds. They're just going to call that a turnover.
Yeah, there was contact, but it was incidental. So
opportunity missed for Alvirne there. They could have taken the lead.
Well, it's a long game, John. Game of a lot of runs. There's Ariana Murray, who played probably her best game, perhaps in her high school career, I don't know, against Alvirne a week ago Monday.
Off the pick, Maya Ryu hits
now that was definitely, she definitely got, impeded her ability to move. So there's a foul for the Broncos. They have 2 team fouls.
Looked like that was called against Paige Boudreau. Tallest player for Alvirne, number 14, Paige Boudreau in the maroon. She's 5'10" underneath. Aruka Obanello listed at 5'10" as well. It's a good battle underneath the basket. Out of bounds it goes.
Yeah, Martin, who's usually a much better shooter than that.
Actually, Lila Davis was matched up with Aruka Obanello there. She gets the assignment, number 21
if I'm
for the
South,
Broncos.
I just keep trying to feed
Aruka
feed Aruka,
Yep.
Well, no insult intended, feed the beast, because that's what opposing coaches call her inside, because she's so tenacious.
The floater Alvirne tried to go up by 2 and
Now see,
out of
look what
bounds.
she did. She altered that shot. Normally that would have been a layup. Instead, they did not want to challenge her inside.
Lila Davis trying that shot that didn't go. So 2-2. South with the next best chance to go ahead here with 4:25 to go in the first quarter. Swish from the corner.
Murray.
That was Ariana Murray.
Yep. I mean, your core is playing tonight. You know, this is the core. Murray, Martin, Obanello, Rio.
A jump ball. We'll have to check the possession arrow, but a pair of 14s go at it on the floor. Paige Boudreau for the Broncos, and Ariana Murray ends up securing the turnover as the jump ball arrow favors Nashua South. Great hustle by Ariana Murray, following up her nice shot from the corner, which had to be just only a step away from a 3. Right around the arc when she let it go. Maya Ryu with it in the corner, being guarded closely by Rachel Allard. Smothering defense, but South moves the ball smartly around the perimeter. Morgan Gillis. Aruka Obanello found a seam, quickly gets bodied away from the basket. Lila Davis playing the tough defense, denying access to the hoop to Aruka. Shot from the corner doesn't go for Ariana Murray. And
what
an
a
offensive
save.
rebound. Was she out of bounds?
Let's see.
Apparently stepped out of bounds. Yep. Good hustle, Juliana Martin, but couldn't keep it in.
Obanello had a nice move inside there, John. I think if she had continued it, she might have gotten a foul and maybe even hit the shot. Who knows?
Ahead of the field is Rachel Allard, and a foul's called against Aruka Obanello, who thought she was backing up with her hands to her sides the whole way, but the contact was there and whistle sounds.
It's a great job by South to get back on defense. The only thing is it resulted in a foul.
It was a late start to the season for South, and they seem to be in great game condition at this point. There was a factor early in the season, remember that?
It was a factor in that fourth quarter against Hollis, and that opening night.
Yep.
You know, and it was a factor when they played Nashua North, the day game after a night game.
And you know what just reminded me of it? How fast Aruka Obanello ran down the floor right there and beat everybody.
Yeah, she couldn't have done that a month ago.
Exactly. Oh, that could be a throwaway, and it is. So South girls need to take care of the basketball. You got to take a lesson from the boys' game last night, Tom.
Yeah, if I'm Alvirne, I get the ball in O'Connor's hands as much as possible. I really do. And she's got it bringing it up right now, but boy, she will challenge anybody on South.
Jamie O'Connor to her right and now to her left, trying to find an opening, finds a teammate. That's Lila Davis, the cutter in the corner, had an open shot, driving, nice play.
Yes, a nice move.
Alyssa Sharn with the basket.
Sharn along the baseline with a nice move. She kind of bobbled the ball originally, and I hesitated. The defense hesitated.
AS as in a basket right on the baseline. And Aruka backs in. They're going to call an offensive foul on the Panthers center.
Yes, that's good defense by the Broncos.
She levels the defender.
That may be 2 fouls on Obanello. She may have to come out of the game.
It is 2, Tom. You saw one right in front of you.
Yes, exactly.
On the defensive
end. They're going to make a substitution, and Aruka's going to come out of the game. That's going to affect South. So that's when Martin, Rio, and Murray have got to kind of take control of things.
So Vanessa Reeder comes in. She's going to have some key minutes, number 20.
And here's the pressure.
Full court press by the Panthers, and Broncos seem to be ready for it. Probably after seeing it for 2 games.
Frank Dudas is definitely ready for anything.
Jamie O'Connor drives. She can't get the glass, though. I think she wanted a better bank shot than that. Maya Rio with her head up into the corner. Elizabeth DeRusha will shoot it. Elected not to that time. Juliana Martin driving to the paint. Almost went the lefty hook. Instead, the open jump shot from the left arc is Ariana Murray long on the shot. Alvirne ball.
Looked like not BG, but looked like South had a chance to get that rebound. And they held up.
Wide open look for 3 over everything by Lila Davis, and out of bounds off of South.
Ooh, you know what? Ooh. Wow.
You're right there, Tom. You want to overrule?
No,
you want a
I don't want to
conference?
overrule the call. I want to give a warning to number 14 there. I mean, that bouncing the ball the way she did.
Oh, I saw that called in the NBA actually.
That was not.
Was it Riddick or something? He got ejected from the game for that.
Yeah, exactly. That was not. Referee's got a little bit of patience.
Yeah, not all of them would. He could have got teed up for that, as they say. Technical foul.
I would have. Hard bounce like that.
Inbound play for the Broncos. They do a good job of getting it in to Paige McKinley. Paige going to shoot it from there. Good looking shot though, off to the right. Ariana Murray with the loose ball rebound. And pushing the pace, Maya Ryu underneath, running out of room. Elizabeth DeRusher got fouled.
Yeah, she ran out of room, but she knew the best way to go get points in that situation was at the free throw line. See, with South right now, with Obanello, who can run the floor well, but with her out of the game,
I think that's what I heard him say.
I would run the floor a little bit.
4-4 the score. Elizabeth DeRusher can break the tie with a free throw right here. With 1:45 remaining in the first quarter. Rattles it in.
Boy, that didn't look good from where my angle looked like it was going to go off to the side. Gillis back in, Murray out for a breather with 1:45 left.
Elizabeth
John
DeRusher.
Bourgeois is going to try to make sure he has fresh horses for the latter part of the third and most of the fourth.
John Bourgeois with his assistant coaches, Siki McIntyre, Harley Dubril, and Ray DeRusha. Coach Frank Gerginis of Alvirne assisted by Ryan Kelly. Whistle. Got a foul called before the shot. Neither team yet in the penalty with 3 team fouls each. Alvirne will take it inbounds with 1:36 remaining in the first quarter. A tight game here. Alvirne with a chance to tie, down 6-4. That was a over-the-shoulder pass. Had Morgan Gillis known it was coming, it would have been an easy interception. As it dropped into the hands of Jamie O'Connor. The runner in the paint by Paige Boudreau got called for the travel, and she can't believe it.
Neither can Frank Gerginis.
She was dribbling and took a couple steps.
He
and
wanted a foul call.
I don't know, it looked natural as a
He
basketball
thought
move
the arm
goes.
got grabbed from the motion he'll give. This is a game where Gillis can really step up.
Almost got her pocket
It's
picked
her first
there.
tournament game, and she's got to find a way to get around it. John Bourgeois sees it. He says, okay, we got to get our offense going here.
1:15 to go first quarter. We got a ball game here. And a play-in game on a Tuesday night, March 2nd of 2021, on Tom King's busiest week of the year as a sports writer, covering one sport and another. Tom was at a hockey game this afternoon.
Busiest 2 weeks, I think. Next week.
A hockey game with a football score, I might add.
Yeah, 12-0 BG over Sauhegan. I talked to Sauhegan coach Kelly Braley after the game. I said, a year ago she had fingered Concord as the team at the start of the season to be really, really good, and they were. They probably would have won the title if they had played a championship game. So what about this BG team? She says the best BG team in a decade.
Wow, that's high praise.
Well, it's pretty much the way it is, I think that's
Driving. Maya Ryu kicks it back outside. Elected not to shoot it. Morgan Gillis around the perimeter with the no-look pass.
Rio's shooting that time.
NBA three there doesn't go. And DeRusha picks up the loose ball. I don't know if that was a shot or a blocked shot, but it didn't go very far out of her hand. South retains possession.
South needs to open things up inside with some outside shooting if they can do it. Alvirne's very good inside right now.
Maya Ryu baseline.
Yeah, if you're gonna give her that shot, she'll take it 9 times out of 10, and that time she hits it.
Big basket with under a minute to go. 8-4 lead, biggest of the game for the Panthers. Alvirne trying to answer back here in the final 30 seconds. Scoop shot is blocked. Alyssa Sharn was in tight, but that shot really didn't have a prayer. I think 2 Panther players got hands on it. But it's still Alvirne ball as they knock it out of bounds.
The jump, the arrow.
Oh, possession on the jump. Inbound play. Jamie O'Connor. 20 seconds to go.
Can the sophomore take the freshman off the dribble? She backs away, where I think she could have just gone right in.
Paige Boudreau holding it overhead. Almost the catch and shoot. Rachel Allard now inside the paint, the line. Long shot off to the right. Rebound, Vanessa Reeder. Long pass from Morgan Gillis, but the buzzer will sound, and that is your score at the end of one. 8-4, South leads
8-4
Alvirne.
South. Got to be a little bit more clock aware. You had that rebound with about 3 seconds left, 2.9. Had a chance maybe to get it out down court that way if someone had taken a break.
Yeah.
Had broken. So not a bad start for South. I mean, Obanello is going to be out. I would say, if I'm South, and you can play this way without Obanello, I would keep her out for the second quarter. You know, at Girton, Brad Creek's got a rule, and it's hurt him. It's come back to haunt him a couple of times in games, especially in the Bedford game, where he had Megan Stack with 2 fouls. And his rule is you get 2 fouls in the first half, you're sitting the rest of that half, no matter what the score.
Yeah.
You know, and with Obanello with 2 fouls, that's going to be that's something that they probably will think about, whether they need her in that second quarter. I'd rather have her out there in the third.
With the
you don't want her getting 3 fouls in this first half.
The way the local pod sets up, Tom, the winner of this game gets Bishop Girton on Friday, correct?
Yes, they do.
That's no prize,
No.
but I'm sure they both would welcome the chance to play Friday.
South had a big tournament win last year. They upset Manchester Central in the first round. They would love to get another tournament win where they're the favorite right now and then go at it with BG.
Scoop shot underneath.
Just remember how close they played BG the first time. Oh, Martin just can't get those layups to go.
2 chances, don't fall. Here comes Alvirne. Rachel Allard to begin the second quarter. Alvirne would love to score and cut the deficit in half. In the side, that shot by Paige Boudreau doesn't go. Rebound, Ariana Murray.
Yeah, Broncos are not shooting well from the outside. Got 2 layups for their points.
Vanessa, actually, Bailey Carroll drove baseline.
Carroll, I don't think realized how open she was when she took the shot. She kind of had too much on it. That's a good opportunity for South. But you know what I see in girls basketball, John? I didn't even see it in the boys game. Nobody uses the backboard anymore.
Not enough.
Yep.
And they don't use it there either. But Maya
Rio
Rios.
doesn't need it. 11-4.
Yeah.
That's South.
That's a 3-pointer, the first of the game. It was 8-4. Now it's 11-4. Rio with 2 straight baskets. A nice steal, just a clean takeaway by Ariana Murray, driving the floor. Alvirne gets back on defense, but Murray uses the glass. Timeout, Alvirne.
Yep, that's what you got to do. You got to slow this down a little bit. Timeout, but that's the kind of break that they want to get out on. They want to run if they can. They want to get out. You've got a young team out there in Alvirne. You want to put them down right away. You know, you want to get them back on their heels right away because they're young. You know, you have seniors. You have to take advantage of that if you're Nashua South.
Basketball, a game of runs, and Nashua South girls just had one, or maybe in the midst of one, as they're up 13-4. And Alvirne looking for answers, especially offensively, with just 4 points through the first 9 minutes of action here at Nashua High South. As Tom said, it seems like the experience factor is weighing heavily early with so many seniors on the South roster that are on a mission to continue their season after tonight. And so many youngsters on the Alvirne girls varsity team, including their star player, Jamie O'Connor, just a sophomore, as Keith Jackson used to say. Only a sophomore. A minute into the second quarter and a 13-4 advantage for the Panthers as the Broncos bring it down court. This is Alyssa Sharn. Sideline, catch and shoot doesn't go for the Broncos. Paige McKinley.
Look at this.
Ball
2 passes in there right down in layup range.
Yeah, it almost didn't touch the floor at all.
Good job by Alvirne to get back on defense, though.
That is a cross-court pass to Rio. She's going for 3 in a row, and she gets it.
That's it.
A 3-pointer and 2 twos out of bounds. Oh, it's just a stoppage, but it's Alvirne ball, and it's a big lead for South. Up 11. Game's getting away early from the Broncos. Looking for some answers here.
Well, their answers are going to have to come, as I always tell you, John. Their answers are going to have to come on defense. They're going to have to get back and stop South is definitely making an attempt to run. And there's a second time that's happened with Murray or Martin, either one of them taking the ball away.
If you show her the ball, she will take the ball, and
Yes.
she's done it twice. Murray underneath, turns around, rattles in and out.
Not going to get a better shot than that. But again, John, what didn't she do? She didn't use the backboard. Just kiss it off the glass.
That will definitely up your percentage.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
The rim's unkind sometimes.
That's
so
a big shot from the outside.
why use the rim when you can go swisheroo? Hey,
Exactly.
Rachel
Yeah,
Allard.
look at this, wide open underneath. There's the
Bailey Carroll can't get the
man.
gimme layup, though. She might have just have been a little too tentative. All the way down court comes Alyssa Sharn.
Gillis.
We got a foul called on Morgan Gillis.
Ooh, I don't know about that. Well, a clean block to me.
There is no more subjective officiating in all of sports than basketball officiating.
Oh, no doubt about it.
I remember that Sports Illustrated article where they talked about, and this is nothing to do with high school, I'm not talking about here, but in the NBA level, they found out that the officiating was affected by home team crowds in the NBA, and in no other sport really was the home team advantage shown.
Oh, we've seen it over and over
percentage-wise.
again in the NBA.
Yeah.
That's why this year is completely different, and so is so are the playoffs they had last summer. There was no home court advantage. You get it's true talent against talent now.
Well, you do see plays in basketball all the time that can be called three different ways.
Yep.
Offensive foul, defensive foul, turnover. Ball gets loose, but that's the kind of run that South is on, even when they make a mistake.
Well, Alvirne's just scored 4 straight, and South has missed 2 easy shots. They missed 3 easy shots now.
Bailey Carroll
Oh,
can't buy a
man.
basket underneath. And here come the Broncos. A runner doesn't go, and frustration for Paige McKinley there. She got a great look. South pushing the pace, nearly had it stolen. Morgan Gillis gets it back somehow. And now Juliana Martin will slow things down. Aruka Obanello has not played for about a quarter now because of foul trouble. Almost 4 minutes in the second quarter and most of the first quarter.
And it's hurt South. They'd probably be up 20-8 right now.
Yeah. Still.
She would dominate inside because look how open the middle has been a little bit,
As it is.
And South is opting to shoot from the outside more.
Maya Ryu has picked up the slack offensively. She's got.
Let's get Martin and Murray going again.
She's got 7 points, and she's got the ball.
Martin, Rio, and Murray.
In the corner, Morgan Gillis. She's good to drain a 3 a game. This is Juliana Martin off the side of the backboard.
All right, South really cold as ice all of a sudden.
Jamie O'Connor on the 2-on-1 layup drill. Doesn't go. O'Connor bats it out. Heads up play by number 12 for the Broncos. Jamie O'Connor. She's going to shoot it. Misses. Battle for the ball. Is going to go out of bounds. Right in front of us. It'll be Alvirne's basketball. I don't know how they decided that, but.
That's a strange call. Was it
Yeah,
tip?
I thought it was off of an Alvirne shot, and I guess maybe a South player got a hand on it. So 3:45 to go.
Yeah.
Clean steal. Morgan Gillis saw that pass coming.
Yeah, and I don't know who that pass was to. There was no one cutting to the basket.
Cross court, Ariana Murray. Juliana
double
Martin,
team
rather.
with the dribble. Got to be careful. Alvirne will swat at the ball. They're quick. South in the scoring drought all of a sudden.
Maya Ryu gets it to Gillis. She finds Ariana Murray underneath. The turnaround right-handed hook is good.
Because you could post up Murray. She's big enough. You could post up Martin. She's big enough.
At
you can
5'9",
do those things.
Ariana Murray, yep. Nice play by the Panthers. And they're up 17-8. A 9-point advantage. They have doubled up the Alvirne point total here in the second quarter. With 3 minutes to go in the half. There's a shot from distance that doesn't go for Jessica O'Connor. Hard-working rebound underneath. Alyssa Sharn gets fouled, and she will go to the line. That's the 5th team foul against South. They have 1 to give. And at the free throw line, Alyssa Sharn to shoot a pair.
You're down 9 points in the first half. You need to make those. And here comes Obanello back in the game.
For the final 3 minutes.
She's going to have to be very careful. And if I'm Alvirne, you know what? I force her to be careful. I go at her.
And the rim is unkind for the Broncos free throw shooter. Poked out of bounds by Alyssa Sharn.
2:51 left to play here, first half. 17-8. South is up.
In the corner, Ariana Murray looking for
Yeah, they want to post
Ryu.
Obanello up if they can.
She was open right there, but they shoot it from the corner instead.
Gillis should have been called there. And over the back.
Yeah, you're right. There was definite contact. Here's a jump ball. No.
Yeah.
Holding on to it is the Broncos.
They fought for it. Good job by Alvirne to fight.
Rachel Allard. What a heads-up play underneath
Well,
by
Alvirne's
Paige
had a lot of
Boudreau.
inside shots. See, we talk about some of the shots Nashua's missed. Alvirne has missed a ton inside.
Aruka Obanello.
Obanello almost could have gotten called for an offensive foul right there.
I saw that, Tom.
Yeah, that contact was, I mean.
It was almost fortunate she lost the ball because she almost ran the defender over.
But you know, she's got such a height advantage.
Right
there.
Right. Kick ball. It'll remain in Alvirne's hands with 2:12 to go in the half.
What don't you see right here? You don't see any national player down on this end of the floor. They're all going to go all in on a press. And Alvirne saw that.
And Rachel Allard got fouled on the way to the basket. So heads up play by the Broncos. But to take a page out of your book from last night, Tom, looking at the score of the trailing team with 8 points, and you do the math, 8 and 8, that's not going to get it done. They need to pick up the scoring pace if they're going to have any chance in this game.
They did in the second half against South last week. You know, and that's when they got O'Connor going. But again, the foul, the free throws, you got to hit your free throws.
Alvirne struggling to get to double digits.
And a little breather right here. Let's see who's the call. I think it was, was it South?
Good question.
Don't know.
So with 2:09 to go in the half, it's a 17-8 advantage for the Panthers. Trying to win to earn the right to play Bishop Girton in the next round on Friday. Ton of teams are in action tonight in high school girls basketball in New Hampshire in the play-in bracket, just like the in the boys games last night. The BG and South game was just one of many play-in games. Tom, were there any surprises around the state in the play-in games that you heard about?
Well, Bedford, you know, we didn't know what Bedford would have going
against
the year,
Central.
and they beat Central. You know, I mean,
they beat Central, yeah.
You know, I mean, that's a big win for them to win.
Yeah, I saw that game. I was wondering who was going to win that.
They got knocked off last year in the first round by Alvirne, so
yeah,
you know, it's always big when you win a tournament game for your first year as a head coach. So.
Rachel Allard to shoot a free throw, missed them both, and it's remaining 8 points for the Broncos.
One thing that Alvirne has not been able to do in this game. Wow.
Aruka Obanello got the ball back, kicks it outside, shot by Ariana Murray.
Rainbow.
And Juliana Martin kept it alive.
You see what's going on here? I was just going to tell you, Alvirne has not rebounded well in this game. South has been dominating the boards. Obanello should take that shot.
Agreed.
She didn't
Wide open. Maya Ryu thought about it.
Wanted it.
Inside to Ariana Murray got fouled.
Foul. Again, you can post up any of those players. Murray, Martin, or Obanello, you can post them up.
Yeah, Ruka was all by herself there from about 8-10 feet
They've
away.
told her if no one comes out, you know, take a shot. You know? That worked in a game we did here a little while ago, right?
Yep.
Against Nashua North, against Tori Conrad. You know, Ruka was being bothered by Conrad. She wasn't able to get her inside points, so she drew the defense out and
from farther away than that.
Shot it. Yeah, and she, you know, talking to Kurt Tutilli after that game, he goes, you know, how many times have you seen her hit a three? And he said, probably never, right? And she did it in that game.
Yeah. So Now South struggles from the free throw line. The score remains 17-8. Driving baseline, but over everything, Paige McKinley had a good look. This is Maya Ryu, who's got 7 points in the game. Aruka Obanello driving through a triple team.
Triple team. Gillis.
Underneath, Morgan Gillis ran into bodies, got called for the travel.
Boy, I don't know about that. It sure looked like she made a legitimate move to the basket. Right, Gazinas yelling out patience.
Paige McKinley has it. Long pass, Rachel Allard was free for a moment, but Maya Ryu closed the gap and Alvirne throws it away.
South's defense has been phenomenal in this game. They've held Alvirne to 8 points in the first half. You've got to take advantage of that. Well, they wanted
Scoring has slowed down for South here in the second quarter as well, though, with Aruka on the bench. Gillis in the corner. She runs out.
She traveled in, too.
Definitely that time.
No, this is, again, Murray, Martin, Rio. Get them going.
28 seconds to go in the first half. Alvirne struggling to get to the double digits with 8. The fake and the, I was going to say the basket, but it didn't fall for Jamie O'Connor that time. And the fouls against 11 in, well, 12 in white, I guess.
It's a penalty.
Maya Ryu.
Yep, Rio gets called for the foul, and there'll be free throws, 1-1. With 18, with, is it 12 or 18?
It's 18, yeah.
Okay.
That clock messes with you a little bit.
Yeah, it does. I forget where the one is. I'm right below the other one. So the problem here is for South, if you held them down like you have, and you only have a 7-point lead, that's not good enough. You need to get your offense going.
In and out. Aruka rebound, 15 seconds. There's enough time to get a decent shot here for South. They're going to go right past the basket.
Again, another turnover? Traveling, yep. Traveling on Martin.
Wow, I didn't see it. I guess she slid to a stop, I guess, and got called for it. 3
straight turnovers.
Now what we have, we're going to talk about whether it was actually traveling?
No, I don't think so. The referee is right there. He's going to make the one from the outside isn't going to overrule. He's a veteran.
No.
These are veteran guys.
I don't know what that was about, but 6.6 seconds to go the length of the floor for the Broncos if they can.
See, this is where I give it to O'Connor. Is she out there? Number 12 for Alvirne? I give it to her.
Yeah, she's breaking down the sideline, going for the long bomb.
Go all the way, but Allard's going to take it down.
4 seconds.
Here comes Allard.
She's got to get rid of it and kind of throws it over everything.
Young team, John. Young teams make play like that at the end. They really put it in the hands of the kid who showed no fear early in the game. And that's
truth.
Interesting first half.
Yeah, we have a 10-minute break here where we get to look in on the locker rooms. If you're watching live on a Tuesday night, March 2nd.
Yeah, don't get excited now. We're not peeking in anywhere we shouldn't be. They're all in each corner.
Yeah, that's because of the COVID rules. The locker rooms are out in the open here. So John Collins with Tom King. We got the second half, the conclusion of this playoff game coming up. Stay with us on Nashua TV and Hudson's Channel 21.
The COVID-19 vaccines can be our chance to get back to our plans, who we are, what we miss, to get back to each other, to life. But it's okay to have questions, like, how were the vaccines tested? In rigorous clinical trials among adults of diverse backgrounds. Can the vaccines give you COVID-19? You cannot get COVID-19 from a vaccine. Why should I get vaccinated? Protecting yourself also helps protect the people around you. Find the latest information at getvaccineanswers.org.
Welcome back to Nashua High School South, where we're minutes away from the start of the second half. South very much in control of this play-in first-round playoff game against the visiting Alvirne Broncos with the score 17-9. And I say that because it just doesn't seem that Alvirne has got it offensively tonight, Tom.
No, but you know what, John? It's going to be a point in this game where they do, and South better be ready for it. You know, and
They'll let them hang around
too
much?
Let them hang around. This game should be 25-9, 26-9. All those inside shots that the Panthers have missed.
Yeah, that can haunt you in the basketball gods can.
The basketball gods can be cruel.
Yeah,
you know?
Turn it into a close game at the end if you don't take care of business.
I mean, this Alvirne team is young, but they really don't quit. They're very, Mike Gerginas has done a really great job in getting their intensity level up.
See if Alvirne can open the second half with scoring, as they have yet to get to double digits. 17-9 the score, with a fresh 8 minutes up there for the third quarter. Off the glass and no good. Good look for Lila Davis.
Look at that tenacity to try to get that rebound. That's the one thing that Alvirne has not had. They haven't had any second chance points, but they get the ball out of bounds.
Yeah,
no, they don't.
They say it went off of Jamie O'Connor.
They made a switch.
Took a moment to sort it out, but it's South's first possession of the third quarter. Stop and go dribble by Maya Ryu pushing the pace. Morgan Gillis, the freshman, double team, gives it up. They swing it near side. Ariana Murray has it off the pick. She double team, kicks it out. Aruka Obanello's up top of the key, just short. On what's probably a 2. She had her feet on the three-point arc, I believe. Alyssa Sharn driving.
Another steal. Boy, I'll tell you, they have been very tenacious at getting that basketball.
Ariana Murray with at least her third steal of the game. 2 of them were just straight strips off the ball carrier. Morgan Gillis kicks it outside. Juliana Martin, wide open look for Maya Ryu, in and out. Aruka Obanello earns the rebound somehow.
How did that happen?
Stripped it away from Paige Boudreau underneath.
And now it gets stripped.
Alyssa Sharn, as in 2.
That's a big play. And one.
Yes, that was a big play.
And one. That's a big steal.
So Alvirne gets up and over the 10-point plateau with authority, with a chance for a 3-point play. 6:42 to go, third quarter. And it is Alyssa Sharn at the line. Alvirne will need a lot more of that in order to win the basketball game, but a promising start to the third quarter as Alyssa Sharn hits the free throw, and it's a 17-12 game now.
It's a game.
Just 5 points.
Yep.
Maya Ryu got clotheslined as she came through.
See, what has to happen for South is someone has to take the game over for the Panthers. Someone has to get hot.
Yeah, I get the vibe of a fly ball to the outfield, and 4 guys are saying, you take it, and it falls in there.
Someone's got to get hot.
Someone's got
to take charge.
Yeah, Maya Ryu.
She's probably going to be the one the way she's played today.
Juliana Martin finds Ariana Murray.
Murray can take her off the dribble if she wants. Does not do it.
Good defense in front of her by Paige Boudreau. Bodying Aruka Obanello was Lila Davis to keep her from going baseline. Maya Ryu swings it to near side Morgan Gillis. The freshman's double team nearly gave it up. Spinning in the paint off the glass and in. Great play by Juliana Martin.
Great play by Martin. She almost lost the ball, and she makes a nice spin move to recover and gets the hoop. And that is a big hoop for South.
They had surrendered the 3-point play. They were in danger of getting stopped. Alvirne comes down court, nearly get the catch and shoot basket underneath from Alyssa Sharn. Instead, Alyssa's kind of hobbling a little bit.
Jump ball will go to South.
Yes, it will. Inbounded by Ariana Murray.
Got to give Alvirne credit for staying in this game. Young team down double digits in that first half.
Stolen.
Well, what they've done, John, is they're pressing.
Morgan Gillis heads up play, calls timeout.
Smart play by a freshman to do that and call timeout.
Retains possession.
You know, I don't walk around the house like this, with the headset on and the wire and everything else.
You kind of look like a scene out of a horror movie, though, with the
mask.
black mask.
If I put the hood on, I'll look even better.
I mean, if the lights are off, it's going to be scary. because we won't know what that camera is. It's an alien with something out of his chest. So we do have a game here, third quarter, 19-12. There are Alvirne fans in the stands. Every player was given a couple of tickets. And looked like folks taking advantage.
Yep, there's some fans over in that corner. Karen Bonney, the athletic director, is here.
Our cameraman Tim O'Neill has...
there were some Sauhegan fans at Cyclones Arena today for the BG. The Division I teams are pretty much now saying, okay, we'll allow visiting fans.
You see Tim up there, he's got so much space. He's got taped. He wants that even
Tim's
after...
got a whole area
after this
off.
pandemic ends, he still wants that, though.
I know.
It's plenty of
exactly.
worm to
yeah,
work.
I don't blame him.
Batted away, Aruko Vanello teaming up for the steal with Maya Ryu. Long pass, Morgan Gillis. Will she take advantage? She throws it up and she got fouled. I didn't know they were going to call it for a second there. Some similar plays in the first half. They just call them turnovers.
I think the thud on the floor.
Exactly.
I think the sound of the body hitting the floor changed the official's mind.
At the last second.
She rushed that free throw.
Yeah, she knows it.
You got to take your time, bend your knees, and arc the ball, follow through towards the basket. That is just a clear rush job that you just cannot do.
Much better on the second try, and it's a 20-12 8-point lead for the Panthers with that free throw by Morgan Gillis. In the corner, Paige Boudreau had a ball overhead. Lila Davis. Boudreau thought the pass was for her. I think it was intended for Paige McKinley. Whistle, timeout, Alvirne.
Yeah, I think Frank Georgina saw that his team is basically passing itself into a corner, and he wanted them to make sure of what they wanted to do on offense. He's got a plan, and this is what he wants them to do.
So Frank Gerginis, the coach of Alvirne, you gave his backstory earlier in case anybody missed it. He's an Alvirne guy?
He's an Alvirne guy. He's a
way back?
1994 graduate, I believe. He's coached at the Hudson Middle School for years in girls basketball. He knows a lot of these kids. He left to go take the Campbell head job for a couple of years, I think 2 or 3, 3 seasons. The Alvirne girls job opened up. That's the job, if you're the middle school coach, that's the job you've always wanted, right? And his town, Hudson, the whole bit, even though Campbell's right nearby in Litchfield. So he got the Alvirne job, and it was a tough decision for him, but he left the program that he was working at Campbell and came to Alvirne.
That's why I call Tom King TKpedia, like Wikipedia. Inside it goes to Alvirne. They're going to try to cut into this 20-12 deficit.
Yeah,
Stolen.
Again, another steal. The turnovers are really hurting Alvirne.
Juliana Martin near side to the top of the key. Elizabeth DeRusha in on the action. Has yet to take a shot in this game.
Yeah,
She's
she hasn't
a good
been open.
shooter.
That's why.
That's true.
Gillis
is wide open.
Oh, wow.
Passed up the shot.
Yep, passed it up.
Not feeling it.
This is great defense by Alvirne right here. South's got to get the ball into somebody who's going to try to penetrate.
DeRusha just absolutely smothered. Aruko Vanello does a nice job of shielding the ball with her body, draws the foul. She will go to the line, trying to add to the 8-point lead. I do believe that Aruka's got the best sneakers on the floor. Partial of purple. Nice job on the first free throw, 21-12. Purple sneaks with the yellow laces.
Yeah, those
they're
are
working.
Good. Yeah, exactly.
Long rebound. Good form, didn't go.
Yeah, hit the back iron.
Paige McKinley.
McKinley's
good.
She's good. No, she's a good player.
There.
They've got Paige Boudreau, Paige McKinley. Very good players for Alvirne.
Young, but very
they are
good.
going to be good next year.
Out of bounds off the Panthers.
And the team he's going to have 2 years from now, oh my goodness, they will be a contender in Division I if this core stays together at Alvirne.
Vanessa Reeder, eager to come into the game, and will spell Morgan Gillis. with Elizabeth DeRusha, Maya Ryu, Aruka Obanello, Juliana Martin out there. There's a shot from in close by Lila Davis, doesn't go.
Obanello thought she had the ball and she kind of just spun it away and lost it.
So Alvirne getting several chances in this trip down the floor, trying to make the most of it. Hook shot over everything.
Yeah, off balance here. I mean, you saw her slip on the dribble.
Yeah.
And that really hurt that shot. It was Martin.
Driving. Juliana Martin drew contact. Good sportsmanship. Paige McKinley helps her up, but the foul committed by the Broncos on the push underneath, and more fouls against the Broncos as they are up to, is it 4 or 5 as a team?
14 fouls.
4
on
teams,
the
only
board.
one for South.
Yeah, and that's what you want if you're South, boy. You can get to the line.
In the corner, wide open look for Maya.
Yep. Oh.
Rattles in and out. Saved by the Panthers. Maya Ryu got fouled to the basket.
That was a great play to save that ball. The Broncos got caught standing around, and that is a no-no in this game underneath the basket.
And who wasn't standing around was Vanessa Reeder, who saved it right in front of us from going out of bounds and turns into free throws for Maya Ryu, who makes it 22-12. So a burst for Alvirne at the beginning of the third quarter being negated here by South, up by 10 again. And they get the offensive rebound. Aruka up top it goes. They swing it to the open Juliana Martin. Short on the shot. Rebound Alvirne. Mad scramble. Jump ball. Possession arrow Alvirne.
Tell you what, though, South does not want to give up that basketball, do they? They grab it, they swipe at it, they do everything. That's what Alvirne should be doing as a young sophomore team. They should be doing a lot of those things as well, and they have done it in stretches in this game, but not consistently the way South has.
There's a shot from distance.
Yeah.
Swish.
That's
Jamie O'Connor.
O'Connor, telling you, they got to get her going. If they get her going, it's going to be an interesting game.
DeRusha back to Aruka Obanello.
Somebody had to cut to the basket. There was wide open territory here, and Rio saw it.
Elizabeth DeRusha off to the left. Nice rebound by Lila Davis.
See?
Just barely saves it
Almost.
from Ryu, who was lurking in the corner. There's a shot for 3, doesn't go. That was Paige McKinley. Scramble on the floor. In the middle of it is Rachel Allard for Alvirne, and Maya Ryu was in there.
South ball on the arrow.
Yep. A couple of jump balls within the last minute.
Panthers, however, have given up a couple offensive rebounds, which they did not do in the first half. They need to box out a little bit more.
Tuesday night game here at Nashua High South. Welcome on Nashua ETV and Hudson Channel 21 viewers to this game. It's live on a Tuesday, March 2, if you happen to be watching it. Underneath, Ariana Murray, the turnaround doesn't go. She gets the ball back and puts it in.
Yeah, Murray, she's got length. You see the length that she has, John? That helps her. That helps her as a player. It helps Martin, too, and it helps Obanello.
At 5'9", one of the taller players on the floor, and as Tom said, that long reach.
Yep, that reach really helps. Another turnover by the Broncos.
So threatening to go up by double digits again here, South with possession,
well,
leading
really,
by 9.
Really what's happened is South had that spurt early in the second quarter, and Alvirne has just not been able to recover from that. Good cut move.
Out goes to Maya Ryu for 3, over everything. Good save by Juliana Martin, I thought, but apparently she launched from the out-of-bounds line, and it is Alvirne ball. Teams playing for the right to play Bishop Girton at BG on Friday in the next round of the playoffs here, 2021. Handoff. Melissa Sharn got it to Lila Davis, who in turn got it to Jamie O'Connor. Gets it inside the catch and shoot. Ella Davis seeing action underneath. Ariana Murray and kickball is called against
Yeah,
the Broncos.
Murray couldn't decide what she wanted to do. She was waiting for Obanello to kind of break. I think Murray could have just taken the dribble all the way.
There's the cutter, Rio underneath.
That's just a pretty play that you cannot allow to happen if you're Alvirne.
Good
Murray to
fundamental
Rio.
Yeah, a good fundamental inbound play for the Panthers, and they put 2 more up, leading 26-15. And a big block, best looking block of the game by Ariana Murray. Swats away the shot, and down court she comes. Tried a little bit too fancy underneath. Aruka recovers it. Off the glass, no good. Gets the rebound back and gets it outside. Maya Rio for 3. Looked good. Tried to get her ball back, and Tom King will retrieve it. Out of bounds in front of us. So South had a chance to add to their 11-point lead there. Alvirne needs a basket. Under 40 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. Jamie O'Connor really should just shoot it.
But South had an opportunity here, John, to up that lead to 13 going into the final quarter. See if Alvirne can get a 3 here to kind of break that momentum. That would be a big momentum swing.
I said Ariana.
Yeah, they get the layup instead.
Nice play underneath for Lila Davis.
Yep.
Driving to the basket. With a little bit of daylight and took advantage. 26-17. Ariana Murray will inbound it underneath their own basket.
So they played them even here. Even in this quarter, 9-9.
4 seconds. Aruka strong to the basket.
That's a strong move. She got the ball, almost lost it, got it to handle back, and then right to the basket. A fluid move for Obanello. And that's the one thing that I think you and I noticed this year, is that she has developed that inside game. She used to be a defensive player, a rebounder.
Yeah.
This year she's a scorer.
Right.
And I'm not sure she's going to play after this year. I'm not sure she's going to play in college. I'll have to find out.
Yeah, she was not really offensive minded until this year, I would say, you know. And now she knows she's got to make plays like that.
Right. I mean, that's coaching. I think
Yeah.
John Bourgeois probably talked to her a little bit, and this is what we want you to do in your game, and this is how we want you to play, and she's been able to do that.
And it produces a big basket in a playoff game in the 3rd quarter, just before the buzzer. And it's 11 points that South is up here, 28-17. So it is a tall task for Alvirne. They have scored 17 points through 3 quarters, and now they need to score a dozen.
They came back last Monday, so they're able to do it.
I said at one point that I thought that Jamie O'Connor should shoot at 3 because she seemed to have space on the outside, but then again, Ariana Murray was only a step away, and with her arm's length, she probably could have closed by the time she launched it, maybe got a hand on it. So she's got to take that into consideration when she is in the 3-point range, and I'm sure that's kind of intimidating. And it's the reason why Ariana Murray is guarding Jamie O'Connor, Tom, because they know that she's a threat, and so they put the long-limbed and very good defender Ariana Murray on her to make life difficult.
Shout out to Channel 9's Jamie Staten. He's watching at his desk.
Awesome.
Yep.
Welcome, Jamie.
You get some good fans watching us tonight, John.
Aruka Obanello with the good box out, and unfortunately an Alvirne player appears to be hurt behind the play. Paige McKinley getting up very slowly.
Yes.
Aruka Obanello twisting and turning and getting the bounce.
Again, Frank Gerginas talked about that last time I saw him. He says she is just so tough inside.
They were breaking the action, and I think it's an injury timeout. Paige McKinley still bent over, flexing somewhere around the lower body injury there. She was behind the play. Looks like her right knee or leg is bothering her. And so in the game, Rachel Allard for Alvirne. Lila Davis doing the ball handling. Jamie O'Connor gets it up top to Lila Davis, driving right. Spin move, in and out. Tough break there for Alvirne. Looked like they might have had a couple of points. Instead, out of bounds off the Broncos. 4th quarter, 7:10 remaining. South enjoying a 30-17 advantage. Kind of a no-look pass there by
fancy
Gillis.
pass by Gillis, I know it.
Found its way through traffic. Off a pick and roll and off the glass, no good. Well thought play. Bailey Carroll couldn't get it to fall. She launched it high off the glass.
Has she had the worst luck on layups today?
She has at least 5 or 6 misses.
Yeah.
In tight. Open look. Alvirne can't. Jamie O'Connor, that's a shot that she wants.
Yeah, that's a shot that she can hit. And again, that's, Alvirne has not had that player take over the game on their part, which is, which you probably would expect. They're a young team, and young teams start to play with desperation when it gets late in the game and they're down double digits in a tournament game, in their first tournament game.
Outside.
Yeah, see the calmness right here by South?
Aruka Bonello working the paint. Can't get it to fall, but drew the foul.
Drew the foul, and she'll go to the line. But see that calmness?
Yeah.
Spread the floor a little bit. Get it to the player who's got confidence, and right now that's Bonello. Far cry from the first quarter where she got 2 fouls.
She was committing the fouls in the first half. Here she's drawing the fouls, and that foul trouble is a distant memory at this point. I think she hasn't committed another one since. And the first one, perfect, 31-17, South in control with 6:19 to go. Alvirne looking for answers offensively. They may not be coming till next season.
Yeah, right now, I mean, it's going to take a big comeback.
Yeah.
Bonello has just been too tough to stop. We said someone's got to take the game over for South. Well, guess who did it? Bonello.
Jessica O'Connor brings the ball down court for the Broncos.
She
thought about shooting that.
Yeah, the thing is you can't relax defensively when you're up 15 with 6 minutes to play.
Jamie O'Connor with a burst,
and
draws the
there's
foul.
A foul on Bonello. That should be your third.
I think you're right.
Yep.
But it is later in the game, and
yeah, but still,
coach will probably
if you're Alvirne, take it to her again and see if you can get that number 4. And instead they have a turnover. And here come the
Ariana
Panthers.
Murray comes away with the
Yep.
steal. A team steal, really, that time.
Gillis.
Morgan Gillis for the open look. A rainbow nearly hit the rafters here at the South Gym. Misses to the left. Fast break opportunity. Paige Boudreau hits the side of the backboard, and she is in pain as she comes down with her left ankle twisted, but bounces right back to her feet.
And did they call a foul on the play?
No, it was just a whistle out of concern for
the injured player.
Right.
Yep.
But she's not even thinking about coming out of the game.
Oh, no,
she's not even looking at her coach.
None of these. And you know what, John? You saw her face as she was walking down here. She's in pain.
Yes, she is.
Yeah. But she's a gamer. She's playing.
Absolutely. I'm impressed. Changing direction.
Me, I'd be calling 911 about that.
Yeah, I know. Jamie
O'Connor. No fear. Just like I told you.
Can't get it to fall. And Aruka Bonello in a fierce battle for the ball.
But that's O'Connor.
With Jessica O'Connor.
That's O'Connor. You got her going now. You got her 2 more years. Ooh, she could be a real tough player as a senior.
That must be her older sister, Jessica. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, I don't know for sure.
We don't know for sure yet. Number 11.
But if she's got that spunky attitude to play with, and she does, because she told her coach a couple things in a timeout last week that says, I'm going to do this, coach, and she did it. So if she's got that attitude, she's got the right coach in Eugenius. Here comes Bonello. Oh.
She had some space, but it closed quickly.
Well, she's, you got a big girl trying to dribble.
Kind of losing the handle.
Boy,
and just
this is something else, huh?
Getting it back. That was great hustle, but just out of bounds was Ariana Murray as she hit the deck hard on her elbows.
Yeah.
Timeout, Alvirne.
This game's too rough for me, John.
Boy, you heard some loud noises over here.
Oh man, these girls play for keeps. I'll tell you, they really do. They play rough. They go at it with that ball. That ball is a lottery ticket inside it. 32-17, South, 4:40 to play. If the Panthers win, they will go to Bishop Girton, the Caligadome on Friday night. I believe we're doing that game, aren't we?
Yeah, we are doing that
yeah,
game.
are we doing
I think
that
you're
game?
doing it with Jason.
Oh, okay.
And the highlight guys, like a combination, a team effort. I heard.
Glad you told me.
Technical, yeah. You're just on a need-to-know basis because you get your main job and you're going to place, and if they stick a microphone on you when you get there,
put
so
a
be
headset.
it.
If I'm there, you want to put a headset on me, fine. If not, that's fine.
Yeah,
too.
exactly. You can do double duty.
I got to be there anyway.
You got to be there anyway. Was it cold in Skate 3 today?
I wasn't in Skate 3.
You were Skate 3. You were in Cyclones. How do they keep it?
Well, John, let's
I mean, it was cold outside.
Let's go over this for a second. 23 degrees outside. What do you think it was in an ice rink indoors in New Hampshire?
I wanted you to tell me it was warmer inside than outside. That's what I wanted you to tell me.
It might have been.
All
but
right.
it's still cold. I mean, there was no wind.
It takes your sports writer lucky stars then.
There's
nice
no wind.
scoop play. That was Jessica O'Connor, number 11, I believe, with that nice basket. 32-19. Aruko Vanello saves it. Body control, gets it back.
Oh, man, how did that not go in? Rio off.
DeRusha, the putback attempt. Swatted down.
Yeah, that's tough.
Paige Boudreau, who
Tough inside.
blocked
Here
the shot.
comes Alvirne. They can make a run here. They get a 3. You got it down to 10 points.
Driving is Alyssa Sharn. No good.
But
Put
right
back.
there, weak side rebound right there.
Paige Boudreau.
Yep, and I think Boudreau had that basket you mentioned earlier. So I think she's got the last 4, and now all of a sudden, you look up and it's an 11-point game with 3:42 to play.
Yeah. But you hit on it, though. They need a couple of threes that really jumpstart
but
their
what they also
comeback.
need to do now is they need to foul to put Nashua at the line, and they just did. They have 17 fouls.
So Morgan Gillis, who struggled a bit at the line earlier in the game, is at the stripe. Alvirne changes some personnel around. And Morgan Gillis to shoot free throws with 3:39 to go and her team up by 11. That's short. It was a live rebound grabbed by Juliana Martin, who heaves it up as she hits the deck. Jump ball.
It's going to be Alvirne's as the arrow goes.
And Morgan Gillis kind of blinking away. I don't know if she got poked, but it's not an easy thing at the bottom of those piles. Man.
I'll tell you a story about that someday. In football, you think those piles are bad?
Oh.
The piles with linemen in football on a fumble?
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me about
There's
the
a guy
sports
I know.
writers diving for shrimp
There's
off
a
the
guy I
Patriots
know
buffet
who
table.
used to play for Iowa, and he was big, defensive lineman type. And he'd be on the ground, and whatever it was, his arm was contorted a certain way. He just yelled to the other team, "Take it, take it!"
Oh no!
Take it! He was in such pain.
That bad, huh?
Yeah, because he had to get out of the pile. Take it.
Oh no! Free throws
Quite
for
an
Alvirne.
admission for a college football player.
Alyssa Sharn can't get him to go, but they
big
keep it
offensive
alive.
rebound.
Paige Boudreau with the
Boudreau wanted to shoot. They wanted a 3 right there. They didn't take it.
great hands by Paige Boudreau.
Where's Jamie O'Connor?
She's right there with the ball, and she wasn't able to get any space from Juliana Martin, who kept a hand out there, preventing the 3. The drive by Jamie O'Connor, and she
turnover. I
got
think.
fouled,
Yeah,
but the home team only has 4 fouls, so it's not a free throw.
So Gillis, who was shaken up a little bit, comes out.
3 minutes to go. Jamie O'Connor.
Tell
She
ya,
has
Alvirne-
Ariana Murray in her face.
Alvirne not out of it.
Doesn't help, though. You need to make some
but
shots.
now if you're south, whoa, I don't know about that. I
Aruko
start
Bonello.
working the clock.
Up top it goes.
I start working the clock. You got 2:46 to play. You're up 11 points.
Ariana Murray gets it inside to Vanessa Reeder. The
I
turnaround.
guess not. Huh?
Wow,
Shows what I
Vanessa
know.
Reeder.
That's a big basket right there. That may be the dagger that does it. Reeder with the spin move. Oh, a nice block.
Vanessa Reeder.
Boy, coming off the bench and playing like that. She came in for Gillis, I believe.
VR virtual reality play right there.
And it's a 13-point lead, and that's probably going to be it.
Oh, she got called by the foul, though, on the hard block. Paige McKinley at the line. 13-point lead for the Panthers. It's a 12-point difference now as Paige hits her free throw. And losing it off her hip was Juliana Martin. So the turnover. And it's Alvirne ball.
It needs to rain threes for the Broncos, I think. The biggest way to get a momentum swing.
So one of the players you think that might take those threes is inbounding the ball here. Jamie O'Connor, nice pass in the corner, the catch and shoot off the side of the backboard, but a rebound underneath. Unfriendly bounce there on the rim for Lila Davis. South pushing the pace a little bit. Now they'll slow it down. Aruka and Obanello to the basket. Got fouled.
Yep,
and here it comes,
back.
Tom.
That's yours. This thing follows me. I sit down and all of a sudden. 34-22, 2:08 to play here at the Belanger Gym. South is up, looking to punch their ticket for a date in the prelims at Bishop Girton on Friday night. And we were not here, we were doing the boys version, but that was a real tough first half that South played against BG the last time. Obanello with 2 big free throws, and it's a 14-point lead. Their biggest lead was 32-17, I believe. But Alvirne, 22 points, just not going to do it.
In the corner, Rachel Allard. Up top it comes to Paige McKinley. And they swing it to Jamie O'Connor.
Well, here's the thing, is why are you taking so much time?
Yeah.
You know, you get the ball, you get a look, shoot it, put it up. You may get a foul. If you get a foul beyond the arc, you get 3 free throws. But they don't have the time down 14 to do it. And I think that the Panthers are going to say, you know what, looks like this game is at hand, because this is, theoretically, this will likely be the last game on this floor for these seniors.
Yeah.
If you play the play-in game, you're likely going to be on the road the rest of the way. They will be on the road on Friday, and if they win that, they would be on the road again, I would imagine, against North or Keene. North and Keene are the other preliminary round game in this region. And the regional final would be on Sunday.
Will that be?
It would be at BG, if they win on Friday night, and it would be against either North or Keene.
I would look forward to doing that game with you, hopefully.
Well, how do you know I'm available?
By mandate, you are available.
Pretty much.
By your work, yeah. Well, Ruka had it almost stolen.
Well, Alvirne trying to pressure, and now South just has to play keep away, but they're not going to. They're going to go inside.
Ruka missed that shot, and Morgan Preston got fouled underneath, number 24. Newly in the game, along with Jazz Escribano, number 10. So 1:14 to go, and South just, and Alvirne really just parading to the free throw line here in the final minutes. As both teams take it to the basket and draw a lot of contact, and there's a definite team favorite here at the free throw line. Morgan Preston just scored a point, and enthusiastic reaction from her teammates.
Because you're getting all these bench players into the game now. You're up 14 with 1:14 to play, and the outcome is no longer in doubt.
Morgan trying to double up on the free throws here.
So basically the only veterans that are out there are DeRusha and Martin.
Tell you what, that was nice free throw form right there. Gets them both.
Yep.
And it's a 15-point advantage with just over a minute left to play. The catch and shoot
Those
keeping
shots,
it alive underneath. Hard work by Ella Davis, and
she'll go to the
got
line.
fouled.
Yep.
Saw Ella stretching out that left leg before the game. It's heavily braced. I think she's playing with an injury or through it. So credit to Ella at the line for the Broncos.
Yeah, they don't wear those braces. They don't wear those braces for show, John.
No. Nice round of applause for Ariana Murray on her final time on this floor as a Nashua South basketball player. Going out a winner tonight on this floor.
Gillis is out there, and I think it's imperative. John Bourgeois wanted to shoot it. I think it's good for Gillis to be out there as much as possible. She's a freshman. She'll be, the lone returning starter on this team. It'll be basically her team next year.
Jazz Escribano passes it to Bailey Carroll. Goes right to the hoop. Morgan Preston tried the putback.
Poor Carroll cannot buy a layup.
Jazz Escribano with the steal. Splits the defense and got blocked. Foul on Rachel Allard, I believe. So more free throws this time. Jazz Escribano at the line with half a minute left to go in the game. I guess Drake had lost a lot of power, but the important thing last night I'm talking about, the important thing is the compound just maintained electricity, correct?
Well, I lost power for a split second, and it shut off a story that I was doing. And
Did you lose it?
yeah, I lost part
You
of it.
didn't do copy like?
I had saved it and everything else.
Oh, yeah.
But, it set me back about 15, 20 minutes. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's no deadline, but I just want to you want to get your stuff done.
Sure.
So.
At least it came back.
But I know, yeah. Well, it didn't. It didn't even. It was just a power.
Ouch.
It was like a power surge. It really never went out.
So Tom, let me ask you: you're up by 14 points. There's only 38 seconds left. Are you going to be hitting the floor, going after a loose ball like that?
No. John, I wouldn't be hitting the floor if it was the first quarter and it was scoreless.
You wouldn't be hitting the floor if it was NBA Game 7.
The floor just.
You would.
The floor hits back, John. The floor hits back.
Yeah, it does. Ella Davis with the 1-and-1 misses. Rebound South. 25 seconds to go. Elizabeth DeRusha wrestles the ball away. Morgan Gillis with it. South probably not even interested in shooting here. Up by 14 with 10 seconds left.
Well, and that's it. Alvirne should not foul. They should just let this kind of wind down, and that'll do it. 38-24 will be your final, everybody.
So congratulations to South and their seniors for winning their final game on the South home floor. For Tom King, I'm John Collins. Thanking our cameraman Tim O'Neill for more fine work, and our executive producer Pete Johnson. The final score, South defeats Alvirne in this first round playoff game in 2021, 38-24. South advances to play Bishop Girton girls in the next round. Good night from Nashua High South, everybody.